Tim, welcome back to the Dave and Jeff Show on San Diego Sports Leader XX 1090. How you feeling today, buddy?
I'm feeling good. I actually just hopped out of the ice bath, so my body's feeling pretty good. I'm making sure to just stay on top of that, and it feels good to have that win in our belt yesterday.
Tim, as fans, we all know the history with the knees. How long does it take to get them back to somewhat normal after a game like last night?
I don't even know if they get back to normal anymore, but if I can just get them feeling pretty decent, I'll be okay. It takes a couple days normally, though.
You know, you talk about the ice bath. Is that the thing that helps the quickest as far as the healing process goes, or what's it like when you have to get up this morning and go to class?
Most definitely the ice bath is, something that's going to help out. I mean, it's not just getting the knees cold, but the whole leg, and it takes away a lot of the soreness. Just in terms of doing that and trying to stay stretching or something, it's always fun.
Take us.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Tim, take us through the first half of that game, where it felt like any time Wyoming pulled up for a three, they just seemed like they were the latest team to become automatic. Are you guys looking around going, what the heck is going on? Teams are coming in here shooting about, feels like 80% from behind the stripe.
Really, though, it's, it gets you wondering a little bit.
Yeah.
They're making buzzer beater shots off the backboard. You guys they shoot them, and you're looking around like, what is going on? We're following our scouting report, and guys are still knocking down touch shots. We knew they had some guys that could shoot it. And, they got going a little bit. So, luckily we fought back.
Tim, we were talking about how San Diego State this year would be a transition year. You guys lost so many guys last season, and then all of a sudden this year you guys get off to a red-hot start. Before you know it, you guys have 20 wins, and the fans are expecting a ton. And they said, forget about transition. We're just going to keep moving forward and moving up the ladder. You guys hit a little bit of a rough spot, but how would you compare this team right now heading into the tournament as you were last year?
Much different feel. People are still kind of on the fence about us, actually. We lose a couple games, and people are like, well, it's okay. Our expectations weren't that high anyway. But, last year's team, repeat champions with higher expectations. And just in terms of that, still not really winning, like, conference like that. But, just coming out and playing hard and then going into the tournament, we just want to kind of make sure we're taking care of our bodies and give ourselves the best shot we can. We still feel like we have a chance at league. We're only one game behind. So, if we keep winning, hopefully somebody else, the way our conferences can take down to Mexico, we'll have a shot.
Tim Shelton's on the Corky's Hotline. It's the Dave and Jeff Show on San Diego Sports Leader XX 1090. Tim, the thing I love about your team is everybody contributes in a win. But I want to ask you about Garrett Green down the stretch. Playing on the bum ankle, the big slam dunk, the crowd goes crazy, and then sinking the 2 free throws. How big was that and swinging the momentum to your side?
Oh, that was huge. Garrett's been playing really well as of late. And, I'm just proud of him. Before he shot those free throws, I'm just sitting there encouraging him, like, man, you do this all day, you're going to knock these down. We'll be up by 3. No big deal. And then, he really got us going, high energy and high impact player. And we're glad that he came from LSU and came to SDSU.
Tim, coming up this Saturday, San Diego State will take on Colorado State at Viejas Arena. What's it going to be? Last game as a San Diego State Aztec at home.
It's been surreal so far. Saturday came by really quickly, actually. So, I'm excited, but I have mixed feelings about it. And, Garrett and I are both seniors, but obviously I've been here for the 5th year. So, a lot of good memories here, having a lot of fun. And, we'll keep it rolling after that, just not at Viejas. But, I love all my experiences here, all my time, everyone I've met, and, being able to do these interviews and things like that. It's been amazing.
Go back to when you first came to State. What was your initial impression of Coach Fisher? What was your initial impression of the program?
I've always been really impressed with Coach Fisher, starting with his recruiting process with me. And just in terms of the team we had, man, I thought we were super talented when I first got here. And, just a different level of competition in terms of, coming out of high school and the game speed and defensive expectations and things like that. So, Coach has always been a patient person, and I've seen what he does off the court in terms of recruiting and how he treats people. And, he deserves everything he gets in terms of accolades and success. And you really look at, the head person in a program like this, and if you see success, it makes complete sense if you know this guy.
Tim, it seems like Aztec fans are very, very excited about what's coming down the road as far as the big recruiting class and the transfers that are coming in. What is it about San Diego State that all of a sudden you say, it is a top program? Is it the fans? Is it the coach? Is it the tradition that you guys now have of winning?
I mean, it's a combination of all the things, obviously we've given the fans more of a reason to be excited lately, and, we're going to keep that going. And, with that excitement, that builds the atmosphere. And, naturally people want to continue to stay excited and an exciting program. People want to come be a part of it as well. So it brings in top recruits like that who see the atmosphere, who love it and want to be a part of it. And, it's that tradition that's continued to build. And as long as we keep doing that and keep having fun and everyone stays excited, then it should continue.
Talking to Aztecs forward Tim Shelton on the Corky's hotline. Tim, what was the reaction on campus during the 3-game losing streak? Were people, when they saw you, were they encouraging you, or did you have more and more people giving you advice on how to get the thing back on track?
There's always somebody trying to give advice, but it was actually more just encouragement. People were like, you guys got it. I know you guys lost a couple games, go down. You guys are good going. You knocked down shots you haven't been knocking down. You rebound better. So it was more positive than negative. Even Coach had a lot of positive emails that he was reading to us about, people still being behind us, supporting us. So, people hadn't really been too negative about it.
Tim, right before you came on, we were playing, of course, one of your songs. What's it like for you when you hear your music on the radio?
It's a lot of fun. Just people telling me is probably the most fun part about it. And, I don't know, my expectations for the song and for music, weren't as high, I guess. So, with the success of the song, it's just more fun for the team and more exposure. I've seen it up on the school website, and people are telling me, my teacher played it in class, and it was up on the front of the class. And I'm just sitting there laughing about it, and, it was a whole lot of fun to make. A good bonding thing for the guys, too. So, everybody really enjoyed it.
Awesome win last night, 67-58 in overtime. Tim, we ask all our guests a question of the week. The question this week is, what's your all-time favorite movie?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I'm gonna go ahead and have to say Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs right now.
Going one more time?
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
You and my 4-year-old twin boys, buddy, they make me watch that movie. I've watched that movie 100 times. I probably know it verbatim, but I won't share it on the air. But next time I run into you, oh, yeah. They all of a sudden, they have a new favorite. I'll tell them, Tim Shelton, it's the best movie.
It's a good movie. I get a kick out of it. I think it's really funny, so I enjoy watching it.
I love it. They do, too. Hey, Tim, congratulations, buddy. What a gutty performance by you guys last night. A lot of guys banged up on that team, but you found a way to get it done. Thanks so much, as always, and we look forward to talking to you again.
All right, thank you, and God bless.